The NASCAR Whelen Euro Series gets underway with the NASCAR Grand Prix of Spain in Valencia on the 14th and 15th of April. Last year, fans flocked in their thousands to soak up the sun and see some pure racing, some NASCAR racing. Who's going to claim the first wins of the year? Who is going to stand on the top of the podium? Welcome along to Valencia to Circuit Ricardo Tormo for rounds 1 and 2 of the 2019 NASCAR Whelen Euro Series. This circuit has held the season opening rounds since the 2014 season and always brings in the crowds to enjoy the sunshine and some pure NASCAR racing. There'll be 4 races over the weekend, 2 for Elite 1, which is for pro drivers, and 2 for the Elite 2 drivers, which are the young and the amateur drivers. Well, the car's already on the grid for the first Elite 1 race of the weekend, and the fans taking the opportunities to get up close to some of the stars. That includes 3 times former champion returning to his home NASCAR Grand Prix around this 4-kilometre, 2.5-mile circuit. 18 laps will be the race distance, and it was the returning 3 times champion, the most successful man, Ander Villarino, that popped the car onto pole position in the qualifying session. Alongside him is double former champion, the Frenchman Luca Lasser, and it's back-to-back champion, number 54, Alan Day, in the yellow car that sits there on row number 2. And he will have for company Stinis Longines, a former Elite 2 champion. Buckle up, everybody. We're about to go green for the first time this year in the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series, up towards the start-finish line. And the green flag flies now. We're away and racing at Circuit Ricardo Tormo. It looks as though it's a good start from Ander Villarino as they head up towards turn number 1, which is the left-hander at Aspar. He's going to take up the lead of the race. Luca Lasser, Alan Day and Stinis Longines all battling it out for second position. It looks as though everybody is safely through the first corner, but it is Villarino that leads. Stinis Longines looking for second place. He squeezes his way through and past the back-to-back champion, the yellow Cal racing machine in the hands of Alan Day, down into 3rd position, but everybody is safely through the first couple of corners as they sprint their way around the circuit. Villarino a little bit sideways coming out of Nico Triol, which is turn number 4, and as he starts to head uphill towards Angel Nieto, which is the 6th corner here, the left-hander, they are side by side, Alan Day and Stinis Longines, for second position into and out of the corner. Luca Lasser is looking as though he is ready to pounce as well. He sits there in 3rd position at the wheel of the Mitsubishi Chevrolet, but out front it's the Racing Engineering Ford Mustang that leads side by side for second place. Stinis Longines as we ride on board with Alan Day, the Israeli, the double champion, the back-to-back champion, looking to squeeze his way through, and he's made it stick. He is through and into 2nd position. Longines is down into 3rd place now, as all of the time with that squabbling pulling away is our race leader, Ander Villarino. There's Alexander Graf. He's having a great little fight with Ruben Garcia Jr., who's been racing in the Mexican Peaks Series and he's over here this weekend. He's a double former champion in that. And here is that fight still for 2nd and 3rd position. Stinis Longines looking to try and pull a move. Can he squeeze his way through? Yes, he's back through. A great move, but can he hang on to it on the charge up towards the next corner? It looks as though he can. He just gets across the nose of Alan Day, and that puts the PK Car Sport Chevrolet in the hands of the Belgian driver, now back up into 2nd position. It's another great fight that's going on as well. Runner-up in last year's champion, the Frenchman, number 3, Fred Gabion, for RDV competition, fighting away with the junior trophy champion from last year, Loris Hazemans, and it looks as though Hazemans has got the inside line as they head up towards turn number 2, which is Dewan, and there's not a great deal the Frenchman could do about that. Great little squabbles all the way down through the order. Even behind them, Francisco Cini is busy squabbling away with Christophe Bouchou, and trying to get in on the mix as well is the number 32 car in the hands of ex-Formula 1 world champion and, of course, Champ Car champion and Indy 500 winner, Jacques Villeneuve, who is joining us for the 2019 season. Can Bouchou, Formula 1 winner, squeezes way at the inside of Francisco Cini? Yes, the Deck Sweat DF1 machine goes through to take up the place, and now all of a sudden at the front, it looks as though Ander Villarino has been caught. Stinis Longines is right with him. Wherever you look, there are battles going on. Alexander Graf under pressure. Francisco Cini has got Jacques midfield of trying to squeeze his way up the inside. A great move as he dives on the brakes as late as he possibly can, takes the place away. Ander Villarino still in the lead of the race. He is the most successful driver ever in the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series, 3 times a champion, already with 20 wins under his belt, and this is going to be win number 21 of his career and his 5th victory at his home NASCAR Grand Prix of Spain. Villarino comes through to claim the win with Stinis Longines in 2nd place and Alan Day completing the top 3. So Ander Villarino heads towards victory lane. Let's hear from our winner.
I've been lucky. Luckily, we have continued to keep the pace. We have won the race. That's fantastic for me. It's my 5th win in Valencia in Euro NASCAR. My 8th win in every series I've raced here. Thanks to the racing engineering team. They've done a very good car. Even if at the end I couldn't, some turns it was very tough, but I'm extremely happy. Thanks to the team, thanks to Euro NASCAR for allowing me to come back. I'm more than happy in this championship, and I don't know what it will be tomorrow, but now I'm the happiest man on earth.
Great to hear from the winner as he celebrates on the top step of the podium here at Circuit Ricardo Tormo with Stinis Longines and Alan Day. In the junior trophy for drivers under 25 years of age, Nicola Rocca came through to claim top honours. And in the Challenger Trophy for bronze and silver graded drivers, it was the Finnish driver Henri Tuomala that came through to take the win. Year on year, the crowds flock in their thousands to Circuit Ricardo Tormo just outside of Valencia to enjoy not just all of the on-circuit action, but all of the other entertainment that goes on off-track as well. And that theme continues as we travel around Europe. As part of the NASCAR family, the Euro Series is also involved with the driver exchange program. And over from America to race for the 2nd year on the trot was Jennifer Jo Cobb. Let's hear her thoughts on the Euro Series.
It's a true dream to be able to come overseas and race, and the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series gives so many opportunities for not only European drivers to be introduced to NASCAR and possibly to come race in the U.S., but we're trying to show U.S. drivers how fun it is to race in Europe. So I'm very grateful and very excited, and of course Valencia is my only NASCAR Whelen Euro Series track, so coming back and having some familiarity, it's really, really fun.
Our first race of the season for the Elite 2 division will shortly get underway for the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series. And in changes to the regulations for this year, they will have a slightly shorter race, 15 laps for the Elite 2 division, but they got an extra 10 minutes of qualifying. And in that qualifying session, it was the American driver Myatt Snyder, who's a regular in the NASCAR Gander Outdoors Truck Series, that qualified on pole position. Alongside him on the front row of the grid is where we see the Swiss driver Giorgio Maggi, and it was another American, Andre Castro, who was joined by Martin Dubeck on row number 2. So we're about to get the Elite 2 division underway for the first time this year. Buckle up, everybody. We go green as the cars charge their way over the start-finish line and up towards the left-hander at Aspar for the first time. There's number 90, Scott Jeffs, the new British driver in the championship this year, racing for Brax, but it is Myatt Snyder that leads the race. Andre Castro is coming back, though, on the brakes as they head up towards Dewan for the first time. A little bit of nudging further back down through the field, but everybody is still safely through the first couple of corners, and sideways coming out of turn number 4, Myatt Snyder really lit up the rears there, which has allowed his fellow countryman Andre Castro to try and squeeze his way through, and he has. He's taken the lead of the race on the way up to Angel Nieto, which is the 6th corner here. Over the start-finish line, they'll go side by side again as Myatt Snyder tries to fight back. Max Lancer is there in 3rd place. It looks as though in 4th at the moment. It's Giorgio Maggi that sits there in 4th, and we are still side by side as they head up towards turn number 2, doing for the 2nd time. On the high side, all the way around the outside, is Myatt Snyder. Andre Castro hanging on to the inside line. Max Lancer is now side by side with Giorgio Maggi, and Maggi's going to go through. The number 50 Hendrix Ford looks to try and take 3rd place, but looks as though Max Lancer is having none of it. Then he runs a little bit wide coming out of the corner, and it will allow Maggi, I think, to go through. Yeah, He gains the place, as we can see, battles all the way down through the order. Florian Venturi, we ride on board, throws one up the inside, gets past Justin Kuntz and gains the position. The Frenchman, who was runner-up in the championship last year, and now it looks as though Martin Dubec is attacking Max Lancer. He's got the inside line, and Venturi here might be able to squeeze another place, possibly. 4 cars all busy squabbling away. Martin Dubec at the front of the queue, Justin Kuntz at the back of the queue, and problems at turn number 14 as spin and as contact, and that is Jesse Vartian and Freddie Hemberg that got together. They bring about the safety car, which peels its way into the pit lane once the incident is cleared, and we get the race back underway once more, almost 3 wide this time, heading up towards the braking area for Aspar, the very fast left-hander, and Max Lancer is under attack here as Bert Longines, returning to the championship, finished 6th in the Elite 1 division a few years ago, looks to try and squeeze his way through. A bit of bumping and boring further back, but nothing untoward, and it does look as though at the moment everything is well and truly under control for Andre Castro as he works his way up towards the braking area for turn number 14 for the final time, and Myatt Snyder looks up the inside. There's contact between the pair of them, and Giorgio Maggi is perfectly placed to sneak his way through past the 2 Americans and claim his first ever win in the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series. He might not have led for long, but he led for the important part. Vittorio Gorelli comes through and finishes in 2nd place from 12th on the grid, and Martin Dubec will round out the podium. So Giorgio Maggi, the number 50 Hendricks car, will head towards victory lane. Let's hear from our race winner.
Well, I had a bad start and I lost already 2 positions. I managed to get 1 back, and then I tried to attack the third one, the second one, but I couldn't find a way around him, so I let some gap and yeah, just went careful on the tires because I saw them fighting. So I thought, okay, I take third and maybe get a good result tomorrow with good tires, but yeah, we're lucky. I feel very happy. Well, it was a little bit of luck, but at the end it worked out. Win is a win.
Happy looking drivers on the podium, but the happiest of all is first-time race winner Giorgio Maggi. As well as claiming the race win, the rookie trophy also went to Giorgio Maggi as he's in his first year of racing. The legend trophy went the way of the Michi Motors car of Mirko Schultes, and the lady trophy went the way of Ariana Casoli. Good morning and welcome to Autodromo di Franciacorta. Welcome to round 6 of the 2000. Welcome to Circuit Zolder for the final round. The lights go out, the green flag flies. The 2019 NASCAR Whelen Euro Series gets underway with the NASCAR Grand Prix of Spain in Valencia on the 14th and 15th of April. Last year, fans flocked in their thousands to soak up the sun and see some pure racing, some NASCAR racing. Who's going to claim the first wins of the year? Who is going to stand on the top of the podium? Back to the NASCAR Grand Prix of Spain here at Circuit Ricardo Turbo, just outside of Valencia. Year on year, the crowds keep flocking in, and this year is no exception. The Elite 2 competitors will be heading out onto circuit very shortly for their 2nd race of the weekend. The way that it works, if you remember, is that Elite 1 is for the professional drivers, Elite 2 is for the young and the amateur drivers. In yesterday's race, it was the number 50 Hendricks Motorsport Ford today, so it's the number 48 Ford of the American Myatt Snyder that sits there on pole position. Remember, he made contact with his fellow countryman, Andre Castro, in yesterday's race, and Andre Castro lines up alongside him on the outside of the front row of the grid, with Giorgio Maggi and Florian Venturi on row number 2. Safety car about to peel its way right into the pit lane. This 15-lap race around the Circuit Ricardo Turbo here at Valencia will bring the curtain down for at least the Elite 2 drivers this weekend. Red lights are on the gantry, and as they are about to flash the green any second now, there we go green, we're away and racing here at Circuit Ricardo Turbo. A good start by the look of things for Myatt Snyder, who's going to lead the charge up towards Aspar, the first corner. Nicola Risitano heading over towards the left-hand side of the circuit to try and find a little bit of room, but Myatt Snyder is going to lead as they head round through Aspar, the first corner. It looks as though it is Andre Castro there in second place, bumping and boring further back as Justin Coots bounces off the side of Max Lancer. Scott Jeffs gets turned around. There's damage to the front of the yellow Cal machine. That's Sam Taheri, and also number 2 involved. That's going to bring out the safety car. They're going to have to clear up the mess, and then we can get the race back underway. So safety car out, race back underway. Another fantastic start at the restart this time through from Myatt Snyder. He's going to lead the race, but Nicola Risitano through and up into second place. Andre Castro, the race leader for a long chunk of yesterday's race, down into third place and under attack from Florian Venturi. They carve their way out through turn number 4. Giorgio Maggi, yesterday's race winner, under attack from Vittorio Garelli at the wheel of the number 9. The two of them run side by side up towards turn number 6, Angel Nieto. And now Garelli needs to close the door on Bert Longines. No, Bert's through. The number 11, the PK Car Sport Chevy, squeezes its way through and ahead of the number 9 Ford there. A great move by the Belgian. And now a move for Andre Castro, looking to try and squeeze his way through into second place on Nicola Risitano. A little bit of contact between the pair of them, just the lightest of touches, briefly unsettled Nicola Risitano's number 8 car, but he is still in second place and now attacking for the lead as they head round through the daunting turn number 12. The very fast right-hander, he is through to take up the lead of the race, and Myatt Snyder all of a sudden doesn't quite have the car underneath him he had in the early stages and is under attack from Florian Venturi by the look of things. Risitano still leads. Myatt Snyder, the number 48 Ford, now starting to come back at him again to see whether he can reassert himself in the lead of the race. A spin for Bert Longines, that's coming out of turn number 8. Martin Dubeck having to decide which way to go, but with the car stranded, out comes the safety car. We clear the circuit and get the race back underway once more. It's a good restart from Risitano again this time through. He has never won a race in the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series, and neither have the two drivers behind them making their debuts this weekend. The red and the yellow car is Myatt Snyder. The grey and the black with the day-glow flashes is Andre Castro. The two Americans trying to hunt down the Italian. Vittorio Garelli in 4th place, but his hands are rather full with yesterday's race winner Giorgio Maggi. And as they now start to head down in towards the final few twists and turns, has Nicola Risitano done enough here? Andre Castro looking to try and squeeze his way past his fellow countryman Myatt Snyder. They made contact in the final corner yesterday. They are side by side heading round that corner this time through, and Vittorio Garelli sees an opportunity here to squeeze his way through. Can the number 9 make it up towards turn number 11? It all looks very tight indeed, and there's contact. Myatt Snyder and Vittorio Garelli get together. That compromises yesterday's race winner as well, Giorgio Maggi, so he's now dropping down through the order and has lost a couple of places by the look of things, but two damaged cars trying to limp their way towards the checkered flag. Garelli and Myatt Snyder, you can see the bonnet and the front of that has just been affected by that contact, but Nicola Risitano is on here for potentially his first ever race victory in the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series. Andre Castro is having a go, but isn't going to have the legs on the run to the line, so it will be Nicola Risitano that comes through to claim the win in the second of the Elite 2 races of the weekend. Andre Castro coming through to finish in second place, and a solid weekend for Vittorio Garelli, who came through to complete the top 3. So Nicola Risitano enjoys the celebrations down at turn number 1. Let's hear from the winner.
I start in 5th position, arrive first. What more? I'm very happy. This victory is for my wife and for my sons that arrive in August, and this is for you, Adriele Lucas.
Well, what a day for the very likeable 30-year-old Italian at the wheel of his Racers Motorsport Ford Mustang. He claims his first ever race victory, stands on top of the podium, and, well, that champagne that he's about to spray is going to taste very, very sweet indeed. In the Legend Trophy, it was the number 78 car of Jerry DeVert that took the victory. In the Rookie Cup, it was number 24, Andre Castro. And in the Lady Trophy, once more, it was Arianna Casoli. Circuit Ricardo Tormo has been a regular venue on the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series calendar since 2012, but has held the first rounds of the championship every year since 2014. And there's more and more going on off-circuit each year to keep everybody entertained. Let's hear from one of the officials from the track.
Well, I'm very happy with the 19th edition because obviously this event is growing. You can see all the public coming to the event. We try always to add new things to the event. We have the road safety school. all the inflatable places for the children. We have food trucks, of course, with hamburgers and hot dogs, etc. So this is working very well. And let's say the American way of life works also here in Valencia. And I have to say, because it's a common commentary with the children, those NASCAR cars are like in the film Cars, so they really like it, and it's the perfect event for the families.
So Elite 1 Round 2, it's their second race of the weekend and the final race this weekend in Valencia for the Nascar Whelen Euro Series. The fans heading on to the grid to get up close to the drivers, and that will include yesterday's race winner, the number 48 Ford, claiming the win in the hands of Ander Villarino, the 3 times former champion. Again, the race will be held over 18 laps around this 14-corner, 4-kilometre circuit. As for pole position, well, Ander Villarino set the fastest lap in yesterday's race, so he will start from pole position. Alongside him is Alan Day. In row 2 of the grid is Stinis Longin and Nicola Rocca. So this 18-lap race is about to go green. The safety car is about to peel its way into the pit lane. The red lights are on the gantry, and when the green flag flies, we'll get the final race of the weekend underway. There we go, green flag, a good start from Ander Villarino by the look of things as they charge their way up towards the first corner. We're right on board with Mauro Trioni. There's contact, he's into the barriers, and a big accident for Ellen Law by the look of things. Henry Tuamala also involved, but Ellen Law's car speared to the left and speared to the right, and took a couple of big impacts along the way. The race still continues for the moment, but the safety car is surely going to have to come out by the look of things. Contact further back, Gianmarco Ercoli, I think, just got into the back of Alexander Graf there and spun him round. Romain Iniesta avoided the contact, but Ulysse Delso, number 36, has got caught up as well. So safety car out there, cars needing to be cleared away. We get the race back underway, and it's a good start from Ander Villarino again by the look of things. Alan Day trying to brave it out around the outside at turn number 1. Villarino will lead, and now Alan Day has left the door open for Stinis Longin to try and muscle his way through. Yeah, Longin is up into second, Alan Day down into third. Loris Hazemans is there in 4th place, but going side by side on the way out of the corner by the look of things. Villarino leading the race. Alan Day under pressure here. Looks as though Loris Hazemans has got the jump on him here and is going to just about, I think, have the legs to move up into 3rd place by the time they get up towards the very fast Aspar, the left-hander from there, is up towards the heavy braking area for the next left-hander, which is Doohan. Well, Ander Villarino said after yesterday's race he had worked his tyres hard and thought he might not have the car underneath him, but for the moment he certainly has, and Alan Day has returned the favour to Loris Hazemans to go back into 3rd place once more. So the Israeli, the double former champion, the reigning champion, back up into the podium places. Further down through the order, Bobby Labonte sticking his elbows out at the wheel of the number 70 car, and 3 wide actually by the look of things. Bobby Labonte 3 wide, and there's contact there. Francisco Cini pitched in to a spin, didn't quite see exactly what happened, but his car's facing the wrong way and is going to drop down through the order as the cars are now, I think, in the warm conditions, just handling that a little bit differently to they were yesterday. Alan Day seems to be struggling and has made a small mistake there. Loris Hazemans is going to absolutely capitalise on that, and also the number 24 is trying to get through, which is Nicola Rocca, but the door was closed. No room for the Italian at the wheel of that 24 car to gain the place. Max Lancer up the inside of Ant Water-Nielsen, closing in on Ulysse Delso, who he makes contact with. So Ulysse Delso, last year's Elite 2 champion with problems. Max Lancer with damage, without question. Yeah, lots of to the front of his car. That is going to surely affect his handling and might actually mean that he has to come into the pit lane to get some of that bodywork ripped off. But no such worries for Ander Villarino. Back to the championship after a couple of years away. Claimed a race victory yesterday. He is already the most successful driver in the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series. 21 wins under his belt. Well, we can now add another one to that. Here comes win number 22, and his 6th win here at Circuit Ricardo Tormo in Valencia, doing the double at his home NASCAR Grand Prix, from Stinis Longin in 2nd place, Loris Hazemans in 3rd, and Alan Day finishing off the podium in 4th position. Huge delight for our race winner. An absolute elation, I would imagine, for Racing Engineering, the team running his car, who are new to the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series. And for Villarino, it's been 2 race wins, a pole position and a fastest lap. Surely that is the best possible return to the championship. The win in the Junior Trophy went the way of the number 50 car of Loris Hazemans. And in the Challenger Trophy, it was Dario Carzo that came out on top. Good morning and welcome to Autodromo di Franciacorta. Attached to round 6 of the 2000. Welcome to Circuit Zolder for the final round. The lights go out, the green flag flies. It's all very tight up towards turn one. Oh, it's close and there's contact. They're side by side. When the checkered flag falls and the race is done, there's always time for celebrations.